A TikToker has claimed that she was left partially paralyzed after using a popular beauty product she bought on TikTok Shop, leaving users wondering if it's really safe to buy products on the app. It's not the first time products from TikTok Shop have come under fire for being scams, disturbingly weird, or just downright dangerous. Like, remember that pink sauce and what was really in it? That was crazy. What was that? Why were we buying Misk sauce? How does this continue to happen? Is this product really causing people to become paralyzed? And what can we do to avoid it? On January 18th, a TikTok creator, It's Me Min, whose name is Amina, uploaded a 6-minute video sharing that half of her face became paralyzed and that she's been diagnosed with Bell's palsy after using a popular TikTok beauty product, the Medicube device.
I'm just so sick and tired of seeing this stupid Medicube Pro boosted device being promoted on TikTok and tons of people buying it, and this is the result of what happened to me after 2 days of using it. 2 days.
It's so upsetting. She said that just 12 to 24 hours after she used the device, she was in hospital getting diagnosed with Bell's palsy. She also claimed that she only ever used the device on its lowest setting, and that although Bell's palsy can be triggered by many different things, and she can't directly blame the device, the proof is on her face.
Am I sitting here and saying this is the fault of Medicube? Never came out of my mouth.
Now, if you haven't seen or heard of this Medicube device, it's a small wand-looking thing that uses LED light therapy to treat issues on the skin and claims to activate collagen, smooth fine lines, tighten pores, and it's often called the Korean glass skin tool. It's super popular on TikTok. There's a lot of sponsored and unsponsored posts where people seem to get some amazing results. Even Hailey Bieber is in on it. And honestly, I've been tempted to buy it myself, but the price tag is pretty high, going from between $100 to $400 US. The product also claims to make your own skincare absorb deeper into your skin, meaning you'd be getting more for your money and no longer need professional skin treatments. Later in Amina's video, she explains that there really isn't much information readily available about the product or its possible side effects. So how could this absurdly popular, seemingly harmless skin device end up sending somebody to the hospital?
There's not a lot of information about this Medicube Pro booster thing, other than thousands and thousands of people buying it.
Well, it's a little unclear. But the Medicube device and similar products use different types of electrical pulses, and the human body generally has 2 facial nerves, one on either side of the face. Facial nerves carry electrical impulses to specific facial muscles to make us laugh, cry, frown, or smile. If a person develops any condition that irritates the facial nerve, it becomes dysfunctional and swells, and the more swelling there is, the more compressed the nerve becomes, thus compromising the function of the facial nerve. So is it possible that there was some kind of negative reaction to the electrical impulses? Sadly, I am not a medical professional by any means, and I cannot answer that definitively for us. But in December of last year, another TikToker shared a shockingly similar story.
This device caused so much nerve inflammation in my face that my eyelid started drooping. The nurse at urgent care thought I was having a brain aneurysm and sent me to the ER.
She says her nerves became inflamed, which sounds very similar to what Amina went through. The thing with Bell's palsy is that it's very unclear what actually triggers it, so it's very hard to say whether the device caused the paralysis or not. Additionally, electric pulse devices are actually used to treat conditions like Bell's palsy. Medicube has already responded to the situation. Check this out. Man's got receipts. Man's got books.
It's misleading to say that facial electric stimulation devices can cause damage to facial nerves. Evidence in the medical literature, it clearly states the identified causes of Bell's palsy as various viruses and fungi. These devices, along with other electric stimulation techniques, are actually utilized in the market to treat damage to facial nerves, not cause it. It is impossible for the device to cause nerve damage or paralysis. Similar facts to these have now been confirmed through official clinical safety evaluations.
So, look, it's not an open and closed situation, is it? It's possible that this device may work well for some people and just not for others. But as a consumer, it's hard to know if a product will help or hurt you. When it comes to LED light therapy in general, well, we don't actually know all that much yet. even in professional treatment environments. Research into red light therapy, just one of the offered settings on the Medicube device, is still in its early days. It's not even really understood how exactly it produces therapeutic benefits. Most studies are small, use animal subjects, or are done in a lab in a petri dish or a little test tube. And additionally, these studies have produced inconsistent results as the specific type of light or wavelengths or strengths are different across studies. On the Medicube website, there's no information on possible side effects to be found. Here on the product page, even under FAQs, there's no information on the background of LED light therapy or anything that could suggest that this device may not work for you. They have some info here on clinical testing, but it's just results. And the only thing that may hint that this product isn't for everyone is simply, result may vary among individuals. Excerpt from clinical test report for use of Booster Pro 4 modes in combination with skincare products. This little saga has left people wondering about the safety of TikTok Shop. Is it really safe to buy products on there? The guidelines around what can be sold on TikTok Shop are actually looser than you'd think. And I did in fact go through all of these guidelines for us. You're welcome. But overall, yes, they do check products. Yes, the products have to be legit and not plagiarized. But when it comes to skincare or medical devices, etc., the laws depend on where you live locally. So there isn't blanket consumer protection on TikTok Shop, but they do have a somewhat robust appeal system that you can use if you find yourself unhappy with a product or partially paralyzed. Where I live, we don't even have TikTok Shop, so I've never even used it. But I have been victim to buying dumb things because they went viral many times. So how can we avoid getting ourselves into this sort of pickle? We just have to do extra research, man. And sometimes that isn't easy. These companies want you to buy a product and they don't want you sneaking around finding out it's not as good as they say it is. My advice, should you choose to take it, because I've been burned enough times, is to always look at reviews on multiple sites and platforms before you buy something you're unsure about. Often, these viral products are marketed heavily through influencers, and it can be hard to find a bad review among all the positive ones that have been paid for. But if you go out of your way a little to check out reviews across the web, you can often find some more honest feedback on products. That does sometimes mean faring into Facebook, just scary. But Reddit is good. Reddit is actually good for this type of stuff. Just don't spend too long on there, I'd say. Also, make sure you're just doing a quick Google on how things work. Like with the LED stuff, if you see a product like the Medicube that uses LED light therapy, have a Google for some extra background on what it is and who recommends it. You can use search terms like LED light therapy studies or research or side effects or warnings, and just have a little gaze and see how you feel. Sometimes you do need to scroll all the way to the bottom of a website or click around in various FAQ tabs to find that information, but I do personally think that it's worth it. Of course, it's up to you what you buy. I don't care. Buy whatever you want. But it is important to look into things like this before you end up in the hospital. When it comes to the Medicube situation, I don't judge anyone for buying it. It might work for them. But my heart does go out to Amina. Her situation sounds scary, and I really do feel for her. Luckily, Bell's palsy is not permanent, and she should hopefully make a full recovery. Would you still use this device? Or have you been scared off? Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. We do 5 videos a week. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on anything you can imagine. If you're confused about something in the news or you've seen something weird on TikTok or something, pop it in the comments. Might do a video on it. If you need anything explained, I'll help you out. Subscribe. I really want to get real plants. I really want to get real plants back here, my fake plants.